Asempa FM. Quaristers Moson for Qua Master Prior Honey Honey, Namuti Asempa 94.7 FM. They say a prior, now I just so it will be a fee. Samson will be a Asempa FM with fee BM.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM. So ni ekusi saying Jumedi and Awasugusua. Utieno. Yamamunya na kwa baby 49 minutes after 5 ewo Asempa FM. So na mamimfa we entwem se yen Facebook live streaming no Franco Trading Enterprise the boy me day ebrel. And is open the latest mobile phones, accessories, laptops, tablets, printers, TVs and the akeka ho nyina Franco Trading and I was would wani etre o buy Alcatel phones no any tablets no yatete bo no so it be more than channel so MIA and phone a papa a ne bo F4 and no ane Franco Trading Enterprise o call online ubetima download the app the Franco Trading app e will Google Play Store and say App Store say o danioma online amount 30% discount. They are saying deliver amount. It will be a wobia ewon cry hashen and so MIA. Your head office ewa dabraka Roxy Cinema Bar Stop wa ubi hu your head office no ewo Franco Trading ewo 0546133188 Franco Trading or say phone papa efie. Sound so and a Carl Bank customer information update exercise ni eguso dendenti borrow a Carl Bank branch bia e Monday to Saturday during working hours na also call na ko update information a wode e be your account e bia wudin asesa wa address asesa wo phone number asesa wo email address asesa ye hia sa update no na etumi aboa me yenso ya somo yi enti wonti bibia ase afre ye toll free line 0800 500 500 and also send a mail customercare@carlbank.net Carlbank or say forward together titi me ba ho any of the other issues they go up on so a opese udi ho enkomo ma mintio
Ghana card I'm starting a Ghana card.
Okay, no problem.
Ghana card issues that about no. In my opinion, me feel say it was say NIA omo share omo system na omo de ye ejumani sisi no. Last week the yetete and na nkrofo call centers omo ko register. You know, we go through process na about printing of the card that yes say cobra ni amount chit. This week so starting and is continuing. Until ube bisa say if for instance me say a magic card na me person me guarantee mo bi no. When do I get the card to be able to do it for the next person? NDC take position because ye who gray area be ewo adie mu. What is the gray area? The gray area na say position ya EC take law e bind Ghana card production say it doesn't respect the voters ID card stands to reason that very soon no national identification card will be the master card of every Ghanaian. Naturally say ochine na say ye beka say ye koye voters ID card foforo ye beka say so unkuta national identification card wunni any form of identification inti NDC for any Ghana for nyina me de me say nipa da se ni trimu de ante se bofrem ne apɛ mu no wahwɛ untimi nka se we obeto ama MPP and obeto ama NDC ebia obi se ɔte he ne nim fefefe ɔne me sere kɔba but edu election obeka se o kate no nti ma me nkoto ma NDC nti untimi nkyerɛ se we de unim de obeto ama no nti me eji obi a se onye den ombomodiana unregistered card challenges say the Android phone now would be pick o number down would be call center now digital address no. I don't know but Matisse say Ghana Post they make some under current moves be to rectify areas now any reception no hono inti if that goes on well na dia na say no embe challenge at the long run inti na more printing equipment na be break it down in yama no monhwe na anko eted ya disenfranchise you be our betnetry akasamiti live commentary be anapa we obi call ho be 9:30 10 na osi ogina queue ni move for close to 4 hours. Nkrofo ba near see a man number near try no home, but who the air cost so. Me feel say almost set up more centers at the same place na obi a register so a ebeboa ebi equipment and endorse so. But at least they've seen general elections and general registration yet here. And me feel say there was some more consider sa nyama we nyina ansa na omunsi form. Obi yes, but I know the baby sa Ghana card no say wo hwe sika ye de ye Ghana card dia. Say yes since home be do it say for 30 million Ghanaians no na say every person no it costs an individual Ghanaian using 30 million, it costs each person about 200 Ghana cedis, which is 2 million. So what they calculate to one. To be say Ghana card ne crowd then shame chip be shame and special card be saying no. Because 200 Ghana cedis is a lot of money to produce one card. We are a bit skeptical about the cost now initially.
Now, your calculations, this how you say it's unfair on NIA because on my betray say 1.5 billion a year for over the period of the contract. Enti amount for changes are on be wo card a year kwa year for and all of that. Ni nyina e ka total contract sum ne ho.
Matidia what can I say? Me say in my opinion.
Okay.
Say flat cost is about 200 cedis per person. If that is what it is, says for 5 years from today, will be card I will be walking to the office and they are going to do it for free. Voters ID card, I'm gonna register first. No, go back it's for free, me boy. After some years, and now go back say open replacement. I say bank.
No, we no quite replacement. I mean, can't say free. The American is say replacement now. There are staff there, and because a continuous registration, no, so contractor once he's delivering on the project, and you're one off, say my area by May 2020 will be a card in the Masasa Menyomako. They will be around for some time, and Nina no stay over the period of the contract na a sum up to 1.5 billion.
2 million cedis for card calculation. 1.5 billion against 30 million. Oh. When you go boy cry money constituency for crowd mo beto yanti so cry mo bia 100 wo ba na wo register ya na 100 say fa kofi fa kodidi na fa 100 mo fa nye card na crash still obi ewom nti no de say mate say de all kind de ye be genesa ye be ka ye ntimi nka hwe na say a continuous process nti ja ye ntimi nka hwe ja ya pass ma nkrata wo hodada but 200 Ghana pa for one card de na nka ewom but hey once the process will go on well, no, you be the ashomo. My other bits say, moving from one zone to the other zone, no. Obi, this is my question.
Okay.
Currently, you say banks need you see utility bills. And Obi and many argue so see utility bill no say nipa ne ye tenant no otufi ufia. How can you trace the person? And I make her say, yes, that is a good question. But there's the same thing that happens to the digital address system. No, because se me call center no na obi atro digital address address na mami. Na me do what no more de punchia. It will pick. Okay, what am I say? But ebia enye even greater Accra, ebia far away somewhere. You the bear card na mami. At the end of the day, no more synchronized system now. Which ones is it going to spew out? Because that is my address. Because Ebia may you more greater crab, me use if you want digital address. What am I say? At the year maybe be inti at the end of the day, if you want to track this particular person, how does that work? That is a question that it baffles my mind as I sit here. No, if you say maybe if you send a digital address, no, it's a way to track and say obi ote number 4 loop. Laboni, what am I saying? Say, you know, near the printing near punchy, I to pink straight say brand number 4, hodna a be pinpoint to say a hodna wote. But in the case, they say to say omo register ogbawe. Na me waleje kuku, meet me sorry akogbawe. Ako salai, I register, a use spintex, digital address. Na omo the system no me be lock here. That becomes my personal identification now. I'm just still lost. That means it doesn't really depict what we are talking about the national identification number, no, because then it doesn't really pin you down, say that is what it is. I am seeing it on the other side, say a TIN number was even another better way to track you. that if you are not doing any form of business, you are doing business in this system now, that you are talking about the middle class to track them and tax them, no? But one
of the requirements.
It is one, but not a basic way. So you see age limit in this, say who cross 18 now, fine, you have a 10 number, but say then it becomes very important. Say, okay, we have locked this person up here on a 10 number and the social security I bet media then attracting. Currently, those who have 10 numbers, you can't run away from the system because I'm a bank be now. It's easy to get A or B or C, but it's not a basic requirement on this project. I must say passport and birth certificates. But there's another thing that the secondary thing they should look at attracting human being, because some wakra na me tu efimi fie wo laboni na makot na tamale na me ye business or tamalia. When you punch my tin number, it will still find me. It will still find, despite the fact that I've changed locational addresses, it will still find me. Until they should look at that aspect. It's very important because the locational address becomes what we can use to find you. Because me a driver, Magodi Boni Mejani, you can't find me. I've moved from if you can be high into Metu Meko. How do you find me? I relocate to Central Region and begin to do business there. Ejumani de Ekoso. Once it goes into the system, that is a way for you to track me and say, oh, Charlie, OBS sense here. Who said, Nitina Mane akle goods behavior, and Nitina Mane to your tax bill. That is a way for us to track it. I think that the thing even is a secondary, like what do you call primary, what do you call it, form of identification to the person, no, than even the passport and the what do you call it?
Birth certificate.
Birth certificate. Because I can drop birth certificate in the course. You know, after the Joy FM win now, be a bit GB, so then it defeats the purpose. Fine, very well. Ghanaians are genuine people until we believe said the best submit and be legitimate. Although it's legitimate, you get that 2-3% and your papa. Very well. But TIN number. You can't go wrong with TIN number. You can't go wrong with TIN number at all. TIN number can track you till thy kingdom come. It will track TIN number. Unless you don't do business, unless you don't go to the bank, unless you don't have you don't do anything in the middle class. And the middle class is they are those who escape the tax basket. Say that again.
Can you go in anytime and obtain a TIN number?
Above 18, everybody can get it.
Above 18.
Above 18.
What I'm saying is it means that with the bank with the money, I can just walk in and take.
No,
Oh, but you know you can get a TIN number with a voter's ID card. That is one of the requirements, or what am I say? So they need to go and review even what you need to use to get a TIN number. What am I say?
Okay.
What you need to use to get a TIN number, that also has to be looked at, because at the end of the day, we are talking about Ghana. When you know me, if it's politics, I'll talk about do the politics.
Yeah.
But if it's about Ghana, let's look at how we are going to get the system tight. Nipa binti mi shebe bi nya boni bi na wo hwehwe na wo. Everybody should feel very, very comfortable when we walk on the street. Say, Dr. Kobo, if I'm looking for him, I'll find him. Obi, I'll find him. So if I'm doing business with you, I don't even look back. But if there are loopholes and media ebe higher into NIA for no, this one let's look at how we can actually make the system a little bit closed. Na loopholes no enya the embem. Going on, no, your friend is saying Enumenka dem be me boso po da mo bi sabe say dey po da mo so ye dey say dey wo so hwe wo paper dey so be boso be platform is so dia ba dey do so nyama na wa ni nyina mboa me ensheda mboa me na pese be ka ake na me kan nyoma ma nyama wa na ensheda mboa bi ti be jama doctor na o di atoaso
na the obekan le bia na wa ba doc yes
Otukuno extra classes socialist school. And you see more of the Christian gentlemen. It ought to be sure you should not say we are active students. School no
Social Democracy Institute.
Yeah. Let's say no. Any opportunity no Angabana nipa na be or Jubilee House. President I say where is it? Anyway, that's what I'm saying. You are a Christian gentleman.
Issue is a Ghana matter.
Of course, yes. I agree.
Now you see
Reverend T.T. Katelo.
It's a Ghana matter.
Oh yes. Action Chapel International.
Now, look, this is a Christian gentleman. Presec no koya no osafo na chira de So look, a lot of trading. You know,
I see.
Yeah.
Any Oko Presec.
Oh, me seen a net now.
Oh, any Oko Benkuman can be good.
No,
What platform can see so better?
And I'm making say, the way are you good? No, I go school Benkum secondary school.
Don't say Benkum were here. Oka Presec. Now I'm fast. Any community and Kanwa.
Obianim say
what does you cry up Pisek? Yeah, your Pisek almost on my idea. Now come Pisek, but Benkum and Abriku.
Now, doc, before see road, no. Also a reverend.
Oh, no, Obineka.
Yeah, I'm say Bayam.
Oh, it's true.
Because we ought to say, yeah, he didn't be. Elder the NBO.
Why Elder Bay?
Of Osiambo.
The casa make casa, you must say casa. So,
Obi, doc, I'll talk about the vaccines. Because of that audio now I call viral. It's good we do education. Now, before I talk about the vaccines, quickly, no Obi. Friday, me call from Ministry of Transport. Say, Omo Balejo Kuku at 12 p.m. Abe inspecting a landing. Ebi aye omo operate as a landing site omo number eba sure. Yeah. Now unim say government way finally eba be execute 10 landing sites at a cost of $185 million. Now luckily no official government spokesperson.
Constituency count.
In fact it's the first on the list. Now Obi croning now omo mpoano no. They called me. You know, a traditional town. Yeah. Into Ultramite, unim say few way, sabi NDC for newa, few way MPP for newa, few way. Now, almost frame a meeting across board. When your political party, elders no one fishing folks in the man say, Doctor Yepel. I say, Doctor, government ye here, government be brave. I bet catch some messy landing site.
Asempa FM.
It didn't happen, but we are telling you, this is what our ancestors taught us and led for us. They don't care whether it's MPP or NDC. The government that makes machines enter this water, as in this sea, and build a site for them, themselves and their generations will be grateful for a long time. Inti Obi, media the American say, they be a share transport means I mean catch and say, Sani project in Okitano. It is what is going to really win the hearts of people, not for today, make sustainable hearts for a long time. Inti offer me say Friday Omubano, Meniaji, Obi. Now, you can't land sites. What it means now, they say, when they say, me visit some Tuesday, some couple. Because it's not canoe, so we don't move on. And I'm going to say, Dr. Shea, you know what they've done? They park the canoes on the seas itself. Because on the bar former, on the bar, you have to get people to push it from the sand into the water. Sometimes it tosses, you struggle before you go into a mock of parking the wall. Enti wave another tide be by everything condemned. Now we MP or such places that high tide be by 4-5 a.m. Now chief fisher for that 30 freo. Net 30 admirable to say Obi na ye kan kwa. Enti Obi me bomb say nana egufado ye na wasi. If this project started pe ebema. Now you know what one of them said. Ye bon komo say Obi say, you know me ko na me job na me say omu jiwe no mo fan to eduane ne ba ko say doctor a baby saw question about Kwanzaa wako. Enti omo friend waf. Waf we are here in Korea cancer no. Enti dabena yabesi. Ena another fisher folk or permanent one man is so osi jade obisa no na deeper obey ya the way you no. Yes. So the level of
trust, no.
Yeah, over the years. Gone. Yes. Because I remember first time just before we were about to leave, we cut a sword to help, and it's like across government. So Obi, me there be can't say me pipe but there be bano. Remember, young politician, or man will say, you can't, they are not even just MPP. When we say things, we are able to do. Obi, let me come to the vaccines. It is in Ghana, you the emba malaria trial, guinea pigs in Ama Obi, short education. You see, vaccine, a dry edema quara, sometimes it made the man penny phone so. I the mawa, a man will nipa dia, and who a drone to say, a baby a baby how am I? No, nipa diano, up producing a maybe fight it. Sayareno. Now only part they are producing we are. They are producing almost at the time and yami be a befrel. Enti vaccine so ye ni such that it is said ye e cause ya na kasa. Now so ya done ni kakra. Enti the vaccine for let's say hepatitis. Unya vaccine na. It is said virus na cause hepatitis yare no. Now so talk Professor say deadly part na Emma Oya nkasa no na ya ye no afrimu. That's the beauty of science. Enti body no hu ne say hepatitis pepe na wa start producing soldiers. Enti da obe share hepatitis ya nkasa no obe ba no na wa soldiers a omo clear no. Na the then is omo clear hepatitis ni start obenya 100 years. But unya vaccine na anka hepatitis chiwa ye treat you kra obe sa anya another infection. Enti vaccines are the best, we call it the most cost-effective method to deal with diseases. One shot, protected forever. Only a few, you need a booster in about 5 or 10 years. Booster, say, now, protection, and you come. Now, malaria vaccine, we know. They see and say, Abrafonu will say, Ghana, omu drugs, omu produce, any Ghana also drugs, I produce brain, plenty called malaria. OPD attendance, 60% of diagnosis, malaria. So, omukra can say, I didn't think malaria were yesu starting developing vaccine. So it started in 1987. Malaria vaccine it started 32 years ago. And guess what? Before you do clinical trial, clinical trial say, who did manipa at testing, who hear the FNU laboratory experiments. And they hear laboratory experiments for about 17 years. A long time. Trying the vaccine on animals and all that, finally to human cells. And then the Panankasa answer you umoja na dia collab. Eno mu say etime bua fighting malaria no. The first clinical trial, nipa first phase 1, you call it phase 1. Most of the time phase 1 na companies need to meet USK. Because the phase 1 trial is to test for safety. Until nipa edimo first, no mu the real guinea pigs phase 1. Okay. Until the first phase 1 happened in the US 20 years ago. And guess what? It was healthy US citizens above and omu G2 say hey mount paper no chew say we a trial malaria vaccine who malaria edima enti ye di mawa say obi wo what me sign na ya try no kana wa gidi sika o say eh mun study me for 5 years say na be see enti sadly see wo US and Africa o although malaria any ho no omu volunteer because nipa omu yes and some of them do it out of the human spirit say on them say daku dachi onu on dey no ho amano ye benya bibia suya wade we mu e dey save lives. Enti after phase 1 no mo say o and cause any problems. I mean it was desirable. Sana ye studies for any drug you are taking, BP drugs, that bibia no you starting from somewhere. Even HIV drugs are starting from somewhere. So mo say phase 1 is good and they came to phase 2. You see phase 2 normally we check for efficacy. Efficacy say drone o the man 100 na it be protective 40. Is it true that 40 will be protected? Or it's only 3 who will be protected. Now, no, to me, your place yare in your common. Tio, you need a place where there are many cases of yare. And the abrocheno, I am sure, say, if they even had malaria cases there, they wouldn't necessarily come to Africa. Yes. But cases now, and guess what? The cases you are looking for, most malaria, and your malaria affecting people for Obi. Malaria be affecting you can struggle with it for 2-3 weeks. You can be seriously ill. Hardly would it kill you. The reason is that because you grew up in Africa, you have a lot of antibodies. Never more. You're familiar with malaria. And your bar, they know how to strike. But in Quran under 5 years, malaria no building a lot of strength until it kicks them off easily. And in Quran, so developing temperature. Temperature not to me not the malaria. Because temperature causes it may upset their metabolism. No will. And then the second one say malaria no Quran it may cross it. Who said you send out tea? I didn't know Obi. And you go tea. Obia wapa more than 5 years. Normally we call it the blood-brain barrier. Okay. Malaria to me crossing coronary barrier because and yeah well formed. And the coronary baby move from malaria no is cerebral malaria. Malaria cognitive parasites na cognitive. Na no start here. Yeah prognosis no poor. Ultimate gene kwakra or better mental and hearing and speech problems because brain damage. And the Obi Africa na obenya nkwara who are exposed to all these things. So the phase 2 and phase 3 in fact phase 3 trial is the same as phase 2 but on a broader scale. Until almost started in 2006 phase 2 in Africa and guess what 7 countries participated at 11 different sites and Ghana had 2 sites Agogo and another place it escaped me. And Ghana and first time during the trials at the point we participated 15,000 kids were involved in phase 2 and 3. Large scale, 3,000 Ghanaian children, kids took part. They were given 3-4 different doses. those 3,000 kids have been monitored today. Nothing wrong has happened to them. From 2009 up to today, 2019. How many years?
10 years.
They are well. And guess what? They've gotten protection against malaria. And it's our corona na kwara wanya vaccine. So mutu no nya malaria. The chance here bakube wunu ejina the wanya vaccine. So we've crossed stage 2 and 3 close to 10 years ago. So stage 4, we call it post-marketing surveillance trials. And can you vaccine now so be painkiller na and there's no phase 4 anymore. Udu phase 4, what it means that the drug has been approved for use. But vaccines are not like tablets we buy at the pharmacy shop. Yeah. They are rolled out nationally. So you can't take it to the shops for people to buy. Enti anka when you vaccine anka obeko shop uko to that clofina no market so you this painkiller I know the numa a protect unya ulcer. A lot of the painkillers need to be more ulcer, but they've developed drugs which are protected from your stomach. Enti just like any drug they would have told you that towe now it's what now call baby, but because this is a vaccine phase 4 became necessary because the state must still be the one to roll it out. So what is being rolled out is no more a trial. Technically it is a rollout, but like we do in all programs, even if it is approved for use, what testing 10 years ago, in Crofonu are okay, you still must be conscious not to do it the whole country at a go. Start from some few places.
Pilots.
Exactly. Now, Obi, malaria kills 400,000 kids across the world every year. 400,000. It looks just like statistics, but it is not easy. Number 2, 80% of these 400,000 exist in sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Togo, Ivory Coast. This is the region where it is most ripe. And Obi, this vaccine gives protection to at least 40% of these children. Yeah, the man kwara 40,000. Hey, 400,000. 40%. You can calculate. I think 40% is what?
Of 400,000.
Of 400,000. No, but 40,000. Say 10% of 400,000.
Yeah, 40,000. Yeah.
So you multiply by let's say about 4. That's about 160.
Yeah,
160,000. Obi, this vaccine will save the lives of these children. Every life saved is important, especially when it's before 5 years, because you don't know whether it's the next JDM or the next Ekufado. So these are serious matters. Now let me answer a few questions. Obviously, why are foreigners interested in this vaccine? Why are they interested? People don't know. Malaria, yes, sure, my women. Funding more than half of it is foreign partners. Ghana co-fund is how friend. Almost every TV program. So we were TB. Me never be on that kiosk. On your TB. No, but when I didn't call Lekma Hospital. Drugs on your free. The only thing I'm money here do all the BDD. Scout the BDD. Some that program is paid for by foreign partners with just about some percentage less than 50 paid by government. No more mujaka krama ye na yenchese yesu ye ni abre. Vaccines some years ago. Ukaya see vaccines who be shorty here. You know what was happening? The foreign donors you almost got to table nusua. Now you Ghana mine. Now you see you watch
your counterpart funding and
meanwhile a percentage you can do 25%. So the point I'm making is that these people who are doing these trials, not that they've not been involved in our lives. They've been paying the chunk of the money that takes care of us. And to put say, instead of supporting these countries every year with recurrent expenditure, why don't we develop a vaccine? Now, Obi, there are many diseases that you and I are struggling with today. Our children will not struggle with them. A classical one is hepatitis. Hepatitis causes liver failure, liver cancer. Obi, uko kolebu say ni take seminar. Ube young man are all doing well. You see one liver problem. Most of them, about close to 60%, hepatitis. One cancer. Obi, it's difficult to survive. You struggle. Many expenditures not finally well. But because our children, their vaccines are more receiving hepatitis vaccine count. Maybe a woman sometimes it was not available. Into the next generation, we a doctor now in a consulting room. A bed diesel will say acute liver failure. By a chopper. Obi, yet polio. Any measles. 20-30 years ago, Kofanoche every year and 30 they from measles. For the past 20 years, someone diagnosed bida. Yeah, my vaccine. Measles. So the point I'm making is that the way to eliminate conditions from our lives, especially infectious conditions, is through vaccination. And diabetes, need hypertension. Say me book me high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Enu na eniama enu ye ni
lifestyle.
Ni supai, ni eduani, ni ejuma kakra ye the stress and sometimes family exposure and may cause enu de disobey isu vaccine. Enti obi voice na ye boy enu. I said is the product of an ignorant mind in a very timid soul. Nipa no body din na waka. Na slants kakra na omi no wan show obi aka say we fi abrochire. Na obi ni sham crofo for US when you talk to them about even matters in the US, they are blank. Inti there are people in the developed world with underdeveloped minds or brains. Inti obi me pacho o akwara na babia kai say ye hwehwe crofo de omo test as guinea pigs no abrofo na se bi yare ni ho no omo dwe nipa ho enum ndro no 20 something years ago. And now yedi mano ya pound and then you try biomo and you roll out, but it is in phases. Now me pacho, I believe strongly some year to come we will not have malaria cases in this country. It all starts with vaccines.
With vaccines. Dr. Okoboy and Etienne Canada there or the Yako Public Health School. Am I in good education?
Obi, mami.
But unim ebiaka say okay because me kind Medicine Sans Frontier article be omo can be about genetic match be says oh yes our test now for it to be effective no e was say omo ayede ade test e won no who make sure and a trial phase no omo ayenye be no make sure so omo genetic match no any baby who rolling it out no genes no efa answer na effective and all of that and on that saying
Obi some I can say about 10 years ago,
yes,
not on just 5 or 100 kids, so 15,000 kids across the malaria belt where you have malaria, were given the medicine in 3-4 different doses, and they were followed for effects like look, most of the vaccines I demand are not even this malaria. Fever kakra now settle we call it predictable side effects because of the drug, because the body is mounting a response, so it comes to some things. Remember. So woman got 3,000 in Ghana. Our genetic makeup might be very different from the guy in China. But there is proximity once we are in the same country. Even with those in Ivory Coast, those in Burkina, there is still proximity. So what they said is true. But if these trials had happened from phase 1 to phase 4 in the US and you were rolling out in Ghana, then you have a problem. Because genetic makeup is completely different. But where you have 3,000 plus in this country still being followed, all safe, you can't say that their genetics is far away. And then, Mamika Ebola, Kakra. You see, Ebola, the way people were scared of Ebola, it has gone down. You know why? Immediately it started, the scientists went to the lab, the biomedical scientists, and started to look at the nature of the organism and started to develop a vaccine. Even in the experiment, I ain't doing clinical trial. No? The first trials happened in real patients, and they started getting some results. So Ebola is one of the Ebola vaccine is one of the vaccines. It jumped like 3 phases because that's CBC.
In the near parentem.
So this vaccine, malaria vaccine, any vaccine be obi jump shoot no say open them 32 years. Obi, but the point I make is that. And your vaccine anka Ebola anka still uti Ebola obejani. Look, La General Hospital and you 1 case of Ebola. Now that by no lucky on my year and say now I hear some advanced training for managing Ebola emergency and see how God does this. It was done at La General Hospital.
Wow. And
they got the one known recorded case was in La General Hospital. No, what these trucks in every Burkina Faso and on your symptoms be. By emergency, and guess what? At the emergency too, there was no patient. Because if there were other patients there, no fumojaninema, there's going to be trouble. But only and all of them, when they look at the symptoms, said, "Hey, Ebola and chair." When they finished and tested classical Ebola, but because we are putting mechanisms, but because vaccines are bad, that much. But in those Congo areas, they are still getting Ebola, but they vaccinated a lot of the population. Enti say the outcomes are not what fatal. Obi, enti look, there are people who live in the US. Before let it know kasa oma me bufu papa obi na o share some microphone na o share bibini na ebi o ka tell say oma o 2 cedi kra nkoto malaria medicine Obeka you say which country or village are you coming from? Just say obebisa questions answer na wahwe nkwa. The point I'm making is that it might not always be the case, but I've seen instances where foreigners sometimes prove to be more interested in our issues than even local people. And as someone in the health sector, I thank this government. Say we and it did not start from this Nana Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo government. Over the years, Ghana government are behaving in a way, let's say, about development of science in the health sector. They collaborate.
Okay.
Kintampo and Agogo, correct. Those were sites where the 3,000 kids were monitored, their samples taken. And Obi, I still believe that one day, it will not be long, when you mention malaria to your children, they will ask you. Tell me bisa about Benkum Secondary.
Yeah.
Say Ewahi. Say Obi. Obi. A time will come, just like measles, polio. Ushia kwarana ni nine na aye no kita bia. Yari ana echinkofo, and sometimes you have to read history. I read some history and I got scared. Have you heard of the bubonic plague?
No.
The Great Plague. It happened some centuries ago. It started killing people. It was wiping out nations. And to make half of the population. And emissary sent message to other countries that there is a plague that is coming. It's sent from God. Maybe that's what it's going to use to finally end the earth. And these are viral infections. And they are now plagues. But some years ago, people prayed. Some went to churches. And guess what? Even some of the priests accepted that all they have to rather pray for is how to take care of souls when they die. So, just for us to know that, and then science are advanced. So within moments, yet me isolated, medicine is isolated. I say, who developing vaccine? Germany cause it was saying to me or no pay on his own, and from 2 microscopes here. Now we say, then now the canna, exactly. Now first, a check and some to me isolated. Say because of technology within a short time. Now why isolated? Now first, so people die. You know, a lot of biomedical scientists, they put their life at risk. You can follow me Ebola vaccine, because you are in close contact with organism. They did all that so that you and I can live healthy lives. So we should be careful not to sabotage the process. The real threat to our health is ignoramus, like people wasako trabrochia or cambrofua slang woman. Omo ha dream papa and she said no yam pontu ebi kra obi
me say yeka health in some media na me can for giddy power at the amount na yes
oni ma dey
oh that
but that voice
that voice in particular and okay
now Professor Chiri Agbenyaga,
yes,
former provost,
yes,
School of Medical College of Health and Other Sciences, or a lecturer when I first entered medical school.
Okay.
He's one of the people that why year Juma on the malaria vaccine. All these 32 years.
Wow.
Now, time now issues no buy and made no bon common states. And now he gave me, in fact, credit to him. Yeah. Most of this detailed information
on the
mommy. Now I catch him say Timmy. Now so far now come medical school and
I got it.
Nyama ka obo me bread now ka pass him.
Giddy power and a giddy mal and a giddy co and a giddy cough. Me patch say oh bowa or sore throat we drani giddy cough. Giddy co so more constipation we met team piles cocoa waist pain we sister ya menstrual pains when ya giddy kwa be to us giddy mal and so boa ekotia malaria giddy power ya mema edro obese we gina on so timi bo adwuma yi a wedra eno no Gilly Gold Pharmaceuticals na de aba ya Mango Tree Avenue Asylum da offer 0268 988 000 Ubenyabi na wetumi ato na Not Get Company Limited in so de nsase na yeton nsase apapa ye nsase ni nyina wo ewutu breku na plot ba ku bia ye 3000 Ghana cedi 70 by 100 3000 Ghana we asase amanso ne ho asembia eni ho genuine kroje papers nyina ye krado ewutu breku in a 10 minutes drive from ewutu breku and a 25 minutes drive from Kaswa Ede ko site where 25 minutes. Now Saturdays be I share say opese wo ko site see ebetimi ede wako. Say Saturday ni in favor or any other day ubetimi ebuki na ye de wo akọ. Kofa form e won that gate company limited off the Winneba Road beside Justab Hospital. Frey e was 0244 508 416. Now also compare assassin be net 3,000 Ghana cedis. Ewo ewutu breku unya we wo baby I just said Napgate. Honorable aye, where the ubeka be an I am fancy. Yampong. Oh, me time the asoda dada. And then so live commentary yeah.
We was we will never walk alone. So Nyamio. Anyway, yes after this
yeah.
It's very important.
Yes, education na Dr. Diamano. Eni kwa say be pollutu e bia nti ye pon anya hwe just enema me nipa na make afa doc you know. Okay. O say enkura no a ye bom pani under 5 no. Obi nim de ochina obeba be ye e bia na e bi be ye say Akufuado. They be by GM. They be GM then doing free. So the sorry in America because I say this sorry. Because I'm Kurani be GM. I mean as I Ghana for say in you promo live but you be GM because GM and again, omna a year voice no. Yes. Santa Wahia because I bought you for no quantity. Your life experiences. Yeah. Uko board for a year, a mucha friends say. Old cocoa nyani be egu. Yeah. Said the bear be plant new ones and yield a unicorn more now. When you say your and this phobia or more call rounds, a pollutu for be minds. Said they should not allow cocoa board for extension officers and say omnichomo you know. You see,
well, sure, so we end this for
oh yes, meaning back when I am organizer.
Hey, oh yes, this if we money.
So them some of these things
hospitals.
Some of these things are the body for example from going to the world. And now me on the good note of Dr. Okobo, that's okay.
It's more that's okay.
Oh see upon.
Oh find the lamb, Benjamin Botwe. I said that the you be able to pattern bisa many okobo e hwan na retwie oh don't oh my god
60% of all deaths in adults in this country are related to high blood pressure and diabetes. Yeah. And me books in the
60%.
Yes, 60% of deaths in adults in Ghana here.
Adults started from year
usually I'm talking about 80,
above.
Yes. Okay. But usually for this one, the lifestyle there, normally you're talking about 25 and more. Hypertension, diabetes. I have copies of the book here at Multimedia.
Okay.
Within an hour or two, you can get information about with lifestyle and also possible treatment. Yeah. Now, it's better to know it. Recently, producer be over US, black producer be at 50 years on your stroke no way. And then the family, the relatives say, based on the experience they've had, or your Grammy nominee, award winner, every black person must know about high blood pressure. And the reason is that being black alone is a risk factor. So you must know. And any stroke case you meet, the one who came before stroke is high blood pressure. So this is important. We have to stay alive to do our politics and build this country.
And build this country.
So with your MPBR to become a constituency.
Yeah.
Oh,
MPBR in 1,000 copies. No,
very important.
Yes,
we're catching about the bank hospital. Workers now on 1 year clearance some time ago. We are trying to give clearance to them. Now, because a bank, hospital, this a supermarket. How see we are? You have to employ people. So we are working on the clearance.
Honorable Dr. Okoboy, official government spokesperson, board chair, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, MP Lejokuku constituents, Honorable Benaye, a former MP Upper Dintra West, and Reverend Titi Kateno, former parliamentary aspirant, Ewola Dadeko Topon, on the ticket of the NDC. Ekosi Sain Suni.
Ekosi Sain on Asempa FM.